Atheists are worshiping a computer god, while the Mithraics are worshiping Marcus, who has found out that Mother's eyes are the windows to the soul. Oh, and there's a serpent and a tree of life, and it seems like things are about to get biblical on season 2 of Raised by Wolves. Hey everyone, it's Brent the Middleman, your middle-aged middle manager in Middle America in a midlife crisis, here today with a video breaking down the first 3 episodes of season 2 of the incredible HBO sci-fi series Raised by Wolves. Don't worry, this won't be a lengthy recap. I'm going to jump right into my early theories about where things might be headed after a quick lay of the land. Spoilers for the first 3 episodes, and I will also be referencing some of the trailers and casting updates we have received. Now with that out of the way, let's get into it. Mother and father and their whole crew have found themselves in an atheist encampment in the tropical zone called the Collective roughly 6 months after the end of season 1. The atheists are blindly following a supercomputer called the Trust, which seems an awful lot like how the Mithraics blindly followed Sol. Speaking of blind, Marcus, who was force-fed necromancer eyes, is doing his best action hero impression as he makes his way to the tropical zone to recruit for Team Sol. I'll get back to the importance of eye eating in just a bit. As the group gets used to living in the Collective, our favorite snake baby makes an appearance, at first scaring everyone, and then showing that it just likes to eat alien pumpkins and cuddle with its mama, even though the Trust may have other plans for it. Oh, and did I mention that Father has found a million-year-old android and is slowly bringing it back to life? And Father isn't the only one who has found something. Paul, who is quickly becoming the most annoying character on the show, found a pentagonal box which seems to contain seeds and is covered in some very interesting pictures which seem to show everything that's been happening. Okay, let's start with Father's ancient android. The casting announcement we went over in my other video referenced a character named Grandmother. I believe that Father will be successful in bringing the android back to life, and this will be Grandmother. The casting described Grandmother as a godlike android built thousands of years ago by members of the lost civilization that existed on Kepler 22b. This is going to be good. Grandmother should be able to provide a lot of answers about what is going on, and I hope we get these answers soon. I think we have seen a shot of Grandmother in the trailers. I believe that Grandmother may drop the bomb that androids actually created humans and not the other way around. We are seeing that organic life can grow from the android, and we even saw Mother give birth. Perhaps the entire planet evolved this way and developed consciousness, leading it to create humans as a way to spread to other planets. A hint at this could be when Father called the pit they took through the center of the planet an artery. The humans could then create androids on these other planets, keeping the race alive. This is my way too early wild theory, so we'll see if I'm completely nuts. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm onto something or if this makes no sense at all. And stick around because I have a couple more wild ones for you. Let's talk about Marcus next. Somehow eating the necromancer eyes did not kill him, but have made him superhuman instead. He has been able to survive for months and even easily took down Father. He also seems to be able to convince people to do things for him, and they believe it was their idea. This is very similar to the powers we saw Mother use when she was still a necromancer. She can make the kids go to sleep on command and can make them have visions. These are pretty great powers to have if you are trying to convince people to join your cause, right? This also helps support my theory that the planet and/or androids created humans. The fact that the android tech could give Marcus abilities seems to show that there is some synergy here. We got a preview of this in season 1 when we saw Otho Hulk out after getting Mother's blood in him. Marcus has won over Decima, a human who is very good at building androids. She even built one to replicate her daughter Vril. Not only do I think Marcus will win over even more humans to his cause, but I think he may be able to capture the Necro Snake, and Decima may be able to help reprogram it. I told you they get wilder. If you look at the pentagonal box that Paul found, you'll see a picture that looks like an eye. This just shows how important the eyes are, and also shows that this could all be part of a plan or a cycle. My guess is it's a cycle. We see evidence all around of an ancient battle. Snake skeletons on the cold side, honeycomb pieces and android skeletons all over the tropical zone. Maybe the electromagnetic field around the tropical zone was part of a defense against enemies from the cold side. We've already been told that the voice from season 1 was a transmission that can't get through into the tropical zone. We also saw a flashback of the humans in season 1 birthing a snake. Maybe this was in service of the voice to fight the battle. Oh, and all the food on the cold side was irradiated, again, from an ancient battle? One last thing I wanted to discuss in this first theory video is the role of the supercomputer, the Trust. This was also built by Campion Sturgis, the same person who reprogrammed Mother and who originally helped build androids on Earth for the Mithraic by studying the scriptures, but then switched to the atheist side. I still think that young Campion is a clone of this original Campion, perhaps designed to survive on Kepler-22b and act as the connection between humans and androids. They are even setting up some human-android love between Campion and Vril. But I digress. Back to the Trust. Something is super creepy about this machine, and did you notice that on one of the cards, it looks an awful lot like the Trust? The test it did with Paul, it really seemed like it knew Paul was lying, but let him have Mouse and go to Marcus anyway. I think that the scriptures were sent to Earth by Kepler-22b so that humans could evolve there to the point where they could recreate the Trust and the Arcs and the androids so they could then come back to Kepler-22b to fulfill some sort of purpose as part of an incredibly long cycle. We saw the cave paintings depicting it all being sent to Earth, and season 1 was all about them coming back. We see on the cards and on the pentagonal box images that depict everything that is going on now. I believe that the Tree of Life and the Serpent will literally show how the planet was able to make humans and then send them out to seed other planets, and we will learn that God didn't make humans, robots did. Alright, well hopefully you enjoyed my way too early theories. This show is easily my favorite on TV to think about and discuss with people. So please leave your theories in the comments and thoughts on my theories, and I'll be back in a week or two with even more of them, and probably big updates and changes to the ones I talked about here. Anyway, I could talk about this all day, but nobody wants a super long video, so I'll end this one here. But definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to get my next Raised by Wolves videos. I'd love for this channel to become a place where fans of the show can interact and share thoughts about this really cool series. Once again, I'm Brent the Middleman. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.